The Black Death was a catastrophe. It swept across Europe in the 14th century, millions perished, but some survived. Why? The answer lies in their genes. Some people carried a genetic mutation. This mutation provided resistance to the plague. These survivors passed on their genes. This resistance became more common. Today, we can trace this genetic history. We can look back thousands of years. We can understand the forces that shaped Germany's DNA. Long before recorded history, hunter-gatherers roamed Europe. These were the first humans to call Germany home. They adapted to the harsh conditions of the last ice age. These were the Western hunter-gatherers. Their DNA tells a story of resilience and adaptation. They hunted large game like mammoths. They gathered nuts, berries, and roots. Their lives were shaped by the cycles of nature. Around 12,000 years ago, the climate began to warm. Forests replaced the icy tundra. The Western hunter-gatherers adapted to this new environment. They developed new hunting techniques. Their diet shifted to include more plant-based foods. These changes are reflected in their genes. We can see the traces of their ancient diet in the DNA of modern Germans. Around 7,500 years ago, a new wave of people arrived in Europe. These were farmers from Anatolia in modern-day Turkey. They brought with them a revolutionary technology agriculture. They cultivated crops like wheat, barley, and lentils. They domesticated animals like sheep, goats, and cattle. This agricultural revolution transformed Europe. It led to settled life, population growth, and the rise of villages. The Anatolian farmers interbred with the local hunter-gatherers. Their genes and their way of life spread rapidly across the continent. This migration had a profound impact on the genetic makeup of Germany. Today, a significant portion of German ancestry can be traced back to these early farmers. Section 4, Chariots of Fire, the Yamnaya and their legacy. Around 5,000 years ago, another group of migrants arrived in Europe, the Yamnaya. They came from the Pontic-Caspian steppe, north of the Black Sea. The Yamnaya were pastoralists. They herded cattle and horses. They were also skilled warriors. They introduced the horse and chariot to Europe. This gave them a military advantage. The Yamnaya's arrival coincided with the spread of Indo-European languages. These languages are spoken across Europe and Asia today. The Yamnaya's genetic legacy is also widespread. They contributed significantly to the gene pool of modern Europeans, including Germans. Their arrival marks another important chapter in Germany's genetic history. Section 5. A tapestry of tribes, Celts, Romans, and Franks. The centuries that followed saw the rise and fall of empires. New cultures emerged and interacted. In Germany, the Celtic culture flourished. The Celts were skilled artisans and warriors. They left behind impressive metalwork and fortifications. Their genetic influence is still evident in parts of Germany, particularly in the south. The Roman Empire also left its mark on Germany. The Romans conquered parts of the region. They established cities and infrastructure. They introduced Roman law and culture. While the Roman genetic influence in Germany is less pronounced than in other parts of Europe, their impact on German society and culture is undeniable. The Romans left behind a legacy of law, language, and architecture. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Germanic tribes rose to prominence. Among them were the Franks. The Franks established a powerful kingdom. They laid the foundation for what would become Germany. The Frankish influence on German culture and identity is significant. Their legacy can be seen in the name Germany itself. Section 6. Vikings, Slavs, and the shaping of Germany. In the north, Vikings from Scandinavia raided and traded along the coasts. They established settlements. They intermarried with the local population. Their genetic influence is strongest in northern Germany. The Vikings were skilled seafarers and traders. They connected Germany to a wider world. In the east, Slavic tribes migrated westward. They interacted with the Germanic populations. This led to cultural and genetic exchange. The Slavic influence is most pronounced in eastern Germany. The Slavs introduced new agricultural techniques and crafts. Section 7. Germany's DNA, a living history. Germany's genetic landscape is diverse. It reflects its complex history. Waves of migration and cultural exchange have shaped its people. From ancient hunter-gatherers to farmers, warriors, and traders, each group has left its mark on the DNA of modern Germans. This genetic diversity is a testament to Germany's resilience and adaptability. It underscores the interconnectedness of human populations. By studying Germany's DNA, we gain a deeper understanding of its past. We see how history is written in our genes. We appreciate the forces that have shaped us into who we are today. Germany's genome is not just a blueprint for life, it's a living record of its past.